Hello everyone, welcome to this third edition of Tip of the Iceberg. Time flies a lot. 3 weeks already. My name is Cesar Pimentel and I'm really grateful for you that has been from the beginning. And if this is your first time watching this content, I will invite you to go to YouTube, to Facebook or Instagram. Below in the comments are gonna be the details so you can see the entire chapters of this edition of information that I'm giving to you. Today I'm gonna focus my discussion on intervals from the manuscripts that the master of teachers Max Schlossberg left. So not only that, but also I will start putting some stories of four of his most influential students. It's not that they were the best or something like that, it's just that if you were alive when Max Schlossberg was, and you were super influential in the trumpet playing, maybe, probably, most likely, you took a lesson with him. So that's why I'm putting this form. It's not something about ranking or nothing like that. But coming back to the original point, intervals. First, we need to see in our last episode of long tones that we need to achieve embouchure efficiency, airstream efficiency through long tones. Like you can translate those long tones to scales. You can translate those long tones to like simple long tone exercise per se. But that efficiency, rock solid, is going to translate to the intervals. That's why I'm bringing this point today. So I will start with his first student in my list, which is William Vaquero. William Vaquero has a video on YouTube, 3 minutes long, something like that, where he describes how the studio of Max Schlossberg was. Covered all the way with pictures of trumpet players. You couldn't see even the smallest piece of wall. They were all covered with pictures. And this brings me today with this thinking. Visualization, visualization, visualization. Friends, it's really important because like in this pandemic situation that most likely you are locked at your home and you cannot go anywhere and can be super depressing. At the same time, it's a great opportunity that we don't have on daily basis because we are very busy. So this time is a great time to visualize what is going to be your career look like. What is your practice look like? Will your practice be more efficient today? And then it's going to be more efficient tomorrow than yesterday and a year after from now? That's questions that should be asked in this time of pandemic situation. So, after that, let's go to James Stamp. His legacy in warm-ups. Dang. Like, if you haven't warmed up with a single exercise of James Stamp, maybe you don't know, but I bet you $20 that you did already. Like, everyone that decides to take this seriously has done a James Stamp warm-up before. So, this is a very great tool for teachers. If you have your students and then you are trying to get like super efficient warm-ups for them in the brass family, James Stamp is the way to go. James Stamp is the way to go. Go and find more about it. Not only that, but also he left something very interesting when it comes to bossing your mouthpiece. Not only the 2/3, 1/3 that we have discussed before, but also how he handled the mouthpiece with these two fingers and with the left hand. And why the left hand? Because it was his weak hand. It's my case too. From now on, it's your responsibility to look what is your weaker hand and try to do mouthpiece with it and see how then the pressure that you can put with your strong hand is not a pressure that you can put anymore. And then it's the airstream, is the embouchure efficiency coming along and playing a really important role at that point. It's very important. So, from Jamestown, we are moving to Charles Collins. Charles Collins, super research that is super helpful, legacy, put it in a book for flexibilities. And his flexibilities are enclosed in this topic too, because intervals on Max Schlossberg are not only the intervals jumps per se, like octaves or fifths or thirds, like you name it. Also, it's enclosed the flexibility part, because flexibility is not only how I can slur, how fast and how efficient, but how fast and how efficient as well I can do the same exercise of flexibilities with my tongue. So in that case, he left something very interesting when it comes to articulate. First, try to whistle and try to whistle triplets. That's where the tongue needs to be, in your case. In my case, I know where it is, so start now from there. And also, he put how to use vowels to shape our tongue and our cavity inside so the air can go more efficient to the instrument. And how in the low register he used ta as an army, ta. And how he used the middle register articulation two, like a two, number two. And for the high register, a cup of tea. This is a very controversial point, but at this point what I want to do is like leaving in context what they propose in their times. That conversation, we can have it later, but now let's move on. In his book, he's then putting how efficient needs to be, the movement, how efficient is gonna be, translate your airstream the longest you can without sacrificing the sound, and how steady is gonna be your embouchure. Like, we don't want excessive movement throughout your embouchure. Yes, can be a little bit, because as much as you need, as little as you can. Always is a motto. James Markey said it, and thank you for that. As much as you need, as little as you can. You know, like, if you need the movement, do so. But if you don't, spend time to see how much you need and how little can you do it. So, from that, let's go to Harry Fierstack. Not only he was one of his most influential students, he was also his son-in-law. Dang. Because history also involves personal viewpoints. So, well, I bring it to you. He put it very interesting how in the first lesson, let's put it in this context. Like, my name is Cesar, nice to meet you. My name is Max, nice to meet you. And then you go with your answers, you go with your studies, you go with your books of, like, I'm gonna sing, I'm gonna impress him, this master, because I'm the next big thing. And then you go with that attitude, like you want to conquer the world. And then you sit down and you say, oh, I got this, I got Arbenz, I got Bordoni, I got Essers, I got, you name, I got it. And then he says, yeah. So let's go start with Arbenz, the very first page, long tones. Wait a minute, long tones? I was thinking about it. It makes sense. Because how can I be super efficient with my excerpts and my solos and all my characteristic studies if my long tones are not efficient? If my long tones are not efficient, I need to look for the efficiency in my embouchure, in my air, so I can have a steady sound, steady intonation, smooth articulation in my long tones. After that, let's go rock solid to the intervals. Let's go rock solid to chords. Let's go rock solid to scales. And let's go rock solid to those points you then can bring and play a super great role and play super great in your auditions and all the stuff that we need to do to get position in orchestras, to get position as a soloist. Takes time, takes a process. And after reading hours of these topics, doesn't make more sense than now. And it's gonna make more sense on the long run. And that's why I'm gonna still bring in more episodes about all of this. I really appreciate you to be here with me. If you haven't, subscribe. There's a lot of like good stuff that I'm putting. There's a lot of like hours that I'm studying. And I think and I consider it super selfish if I don't share this with you. It's all free of cost at YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So dig it. It's all for you. But also, if you want to get more in depth with this conversation, having private lessons, having private chats, having a seminar, like you name it, I'm available too. Just reach me, just ask me, and we can get into agreement. That's what I'm here for. Thank you very much once again to be with me, and hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.